Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. We're going to go play some Christmas music on the ukulele, and you should come join us. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. I'm going to go post our link there so everybody will know we're hanging out here right now, getting ready to play. And there's a ton of sheet music there, so you should go get some and play it. And if you don't know how to play it, you should hang out with me and I'll teach you. And let's see what else is going on. Edit settings, open new tab, update. We have 2 days left before we take winter break. And so for some of you, that's summer break, right? As you live in this southern hemisphere and you're upside down. But let's see if we can get this up and running. I don't remember the last song we worked on yesterday, so I'll have to hopefully have somebody help me out with it. I believe we played down to, oh gosh, I don't remember what our last song was. Edit page. Whoops. Go back. Stop. Go back. Make sure people are logging in here. Did I tweet? I haven't tweeted yet. Let's tweet. https://jolly roger ukulele.com. Enter, my face appears. I hit tweet. Um, close that box. Let's make sure the link is working. Sometimes I assume the link is working and then it's not working. All right. So there we go. Beautiful. I look very funny. Over here in the studio, the lighting is all artificial because this window I have, it's right here. You're supposed to have a lot of wind, but the camera can't handle it that much light at all. And so I'm going to have to just always have weird lighting over here, I think. Let's see. Lynn is in. Lynn, are you buried under snow? Do I need to change? Yeah, you need to change, Lynn. You should change everything, literally. I think you're buried under snow, though, right, Lynn? I was noticing on the news today, you know how they do that swirly thing, makes it look very dramatic on Good Morning America. Here's the snow. When you're like, oh God, I'm glad I'm not under that. Yeah. So hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully you don't have to shovel. Let's see. Nancy's in. Good morning, Nancy's in Florida. They never have the swooshy thing. They have the thing that goes over them, right? Poor Florida. My God. Every summer, right? You're like, okay, is this the summer? Is this summer I get to buy a new house? Carol is in. I thought you couldn't see me. Carol, you're very noticeable. Let's put it that way. You know how these country girls are from the highlands of Colorado. They wear cowboy hats and boots, and if you say stuff like, I don't know, what's a funny mountain joke? Sure are a lot of Texans around here. That usually works them up. Back in the day in Colorado, I'm a native of Colorado. We were against the Californians because they were coming in and buying up everything, and then when we realized the Californians were there, they're all right. Then we were against the Texans. They were coming up and filling up the ski slopes. I think we're still against Texas. I don't know. We're against somebody. We got to be against somebody. It's Colorado. We're for everything. We're like, yeah, you can do that. Just don't bug me, right? Just do whatever you need to do. Just be quiet as you're doing it. Lynn, I saw your page. Would you really tape that cute snuggle bunny to the wall? I know, poor little Henry. Here's what I know about cats. You could duct tape them, but it won't work. Somehow they'll find a way to get out, and they will forgive you for it. They'll be mad for 30 seconds, and then they'll forgive you for it. But yeah, I don't think duct tape's going to work with Henry. What he's doing lately, we're here to play ukulele. Let's talk about my cat first. Lately, he's decided that when we're getting ready for bed, it's time for a fight, and he likes to get his blood pressure up. So I'll be getting ready for bed, and he starts running around wild around the house. Well, of course, when he starts doing that, I'm required by law to play back, right? So I start chasing him around. We do all this stuff, and he does this super cute thing where he'll run out in the living room, and then I'll hide behind the bed. and he knows I'm hiding behind the bed. So then he'll come walking back in like, where are you? And then I'll have my eye just around the corner, and he'll see me, and we'll make eye contact, and then he just goes flop. And it's really, really cute. I got to get it on videotape. And he's an old guy. He's 11 years old now, still acting like a goofball. So yeah, he's a big lover boy. He just, he starts to love on you, and he like rubs his face on your face and all this gross stuff. Terrible cat breath. Melissa, welcome in. Vic is here. It's been kind of cloudy up in Eugene today. Lynn says the snow's on the way any moment now. All right. Donna is in. Good morning, Diana. Evelyn, happy Wednesday to you, Evelyn. Evelyn's class number 3 today, I think. Carol, hat and boots with your PJs. Lots of tech. Yeah, Carol actually lives near Salida, and Salida is one of a sort of a big destination for Texans. They come up, spend their money and go home. That's why Salida is actually very cute. They get a lot of money in there. Yeah, Linda, I put your graphic up on. I thought it was perfect. So we'll put it up there for a while. Poor Henry. It's just a generic cat. It's not actually Henry, right? We didn't really duct tape him to the walls, as a model. Hey, Jacqueline, welcome in. Q's in the house. Guys, where did we leave off yesterday? I don't even remember. I'm just blank. It just feels like every single day is just, it came up on a midnight clear. What do you want to start with today? Pick something off the list. First person that says what it is where we'll start. And then we'll work down our list of starred entries. And again, guys, the starred entries are not bad songs, right? It's not that I think less of them as musical experiences. They're the better songs on here, to be perfectly honest. They're just a little bit more convenient to the way they lay out onto the ukulele, and so that's what I like to work on during this hour. And then on Friday, when we have our 5-hour concert again, we'll do it the same way. This hour will be the little bit easier stuff, then we'll take an intermission, and then we'll do that a little bit harder stuff. And so let's see. Yeah. So don't think of this hour as being like the loser hour by any sense of that. The good songs are. I don't know why everybody's not coming to this hour. This is crazy. This is the fun stuff to play. Lynn says Silent Night is where we're going to start. So let's do it. Let's roll down to Silent Night. Grab that up, and I hope in your head. Right, we had a little talk about this yesterday, but in your head, here's what you should know about how I approach music, because it's correct. Okay, what we all want to do is we all want to be the lead violinist in the Berlin's Philharmonic, right? That's the person we're supposed to be, because that's the best, right? You want to be the best, but that's a North Star. That's not really where you want. That's the direction you're headed in. You're not going to really get to the North Star. It helps you guide your direction. We want to be this high level, very proficient. Oh, Jake Shimabukuro, he's our North Star. That's the guy that we look at, and when we're thinking best ukulele player, that's the guy we're looking at, right? James Hill, Tamanay Gardner, Taimane, I think is how she pronounces it, Gardner. Those are our North Stars. Those are the people we're shooting toward. We're not getting there, right? What we want to really do, and this is where I come in, we want to play solid, good quality music, whether it is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Bohemian Rhapsody or whatever level we're at, we want to be solid at. And when you're playing, all music's the same. It's all about your ability to run the tool set. And so, I am always talking to you about, let's go through all of the individual tools on a song. Once you get confident with your individual tool set, you can play that harder stuff. That's it doesn't matter that the song is harder. It gets more interesting once you get where you can play the little bit easier stuff. It is kind of fun to have a challenge all of the time. But in terms of what's important, what you really need to be good at, you need to be really, really good at playing melody. You need to have all your chords memorized, where you don't have to think about what the D minor shape or the G minor shape looks like. So that's the stuff that matters, and that's the stuff that long term is going to make you a great player. And so if all that stuff shows up on easier songs, why not play the easier songs? I haven't tuned this up in weeks, so probably ought to double check that it's in tune. So I am constantly, even as a player myself, constantly going back to stuff that's easier, a little more cooperative to play, because I'm no longer working on, hey, what does a G minor look like? I'm looking on how can I get the best possible sound out of G minor. That's and how can I attack that in a way that makes it smooth and beautiful and unbelievably important. And same with Silent Night, right? See, here's what most ukulele players are going to do: Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. That's what they're going to be doing, and that's a way to play, perfectly fine, absolutely lovely. But that's not the end of the road, right? You put that North Star out there. I want to play it like Jake would play it, right? And then he would use all sorts of weirdo chords on there, but he's going to do that a basic approach. So never be sad about going back to the easy stuff. The easy stuff's where the answers are. Nancy says, "Oh, got the Sabara strings for you. Wow, sounds like I spent at least another $100 on the ukulele." Absolutely. These strings on this ukulele are easily a year old, and this thing sounds like a brick right now. Once I change them, it'll come back to life again. So, really, guys, over break, and I'm going to be sending you out emails. That's the time to get your strings changed. I think I'll make a little video and send it out for over the 2-week break. One of the things that I'd love to have all of you do, if you haven't changed your strings in the last year, if you have white strings on this thing, we want to get those off, because it's like $100 upgrade to your ukulele. Honestly. Vicky says sunny and 40 in Bozeman. She has the same exact weather as we're having today. So why am I living here when I could be living in Bozeman? Silent Night from the top. Play it any way you want. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I blew it pretty good a couple of times there. I messed up both endings. It happens. What are you going to do? All right, let's keep moving forward. Yeah, I'll toss a little video together on how to change strings. There are a number of those online, and you could probably just go grab one. I'm pretty particular and pretty fussy about how I change strings on my ukulele, and that's why most everybody who's had me change strings for them comes back, because I like it a certain way, and. But yeah, Evelyn mentions it as well. There's tons of videos on there. Look through a few of them, find somebody that you connect with, and follow their system. But I would say, for the most part, if you're here in Denver, you should have me change your strings. If not, obviously you need to learn how to do it yourself. And if you've not done any type of setup on your ukulele at all, it's not a bad idea to take your ukulele to a real guitar shop, not Guitar Center, but some one that has real guys like that have been playing 90 years and they're all old and weird in there, to do a setup on it, because you do want to deal with your frets. If your fret ends are rough, those need to be dealt with. When somebody brings one in, I double check that the frets are all sitting in here properly. I adjust your action down here to make sure it's the right size. If you happen to have a truss rod on your neck, I adjust your neck. Double check tightnesses on and settings on all of your tuners. So there's plenty of stuff that if you have never ever done it, you might, if you've got a brand new ukulele and you're brand new to the music industry, you may want to take your ukulele into a real guitar shop where they really know what they're doing. The process for changing guitar guys, for the most part, unless there's, if there's a 19-year-old boy there behind the counter, you may not want to leave it there. But if there's an old man who looks like he's about ready to die, that's the kind of place you want to take your to get a setup on. And most guitar guys that do setups all day long, they're going to be pretty fast at it and much better at it than you are if you've never done it before. So just stuff to think about. And usually they charge you 30, 35 bucks to do something like that. And just take the strings in with you. Otherwise they'll put on crummy strings. Okay. All right, Melissa. Also, I'll put a little video together. All right. Silent Night was beautiful. That's a lovely tune. Next up on the hit list is Silver Bells. Let's play that one. This is one of my all-time favorite Christmas songs. I like it because it feels, I like the city feeling to it, right? I like the message behind it, but I also think on ukulele, this thing just lays out pretty nice on it, right? You're going to go up to the 7th fret. I don't think it goes above the 7th fret. Oh, wait, if you're playing tough uke, we do put the bells way up on 12, 10, and 8, which sound kind of cool. But if you're playing melody, it's just 0, 3, 1. It's an octave lower. And if you end up playing with somebody, one of you can play tough uke and one of you can play melody, and then you get or both of you can play tough uke, and then when you get to those bells, switch parts, right? So one of you plays the high and one of you plays the low. It'll sound super, super nice. And this is just a very pleasant little tune that fits exactly on ukulele very nicely. So let's give it a try. 2 times through, top to bottom, 2-beat counting. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Uh, all right. Silver bells. Beautiful. Hopefully you're playing that well. Chords and melody. Whole thing works pretty nice, right? And whoops, hit the wrong button. Don't hit that button. Silver bells. Um, I don't think I need to add anything else. I don't think I have anything else intelligent to say. Up on the housetop. Up on the housetop. Now, here's something that's interesting. I love this song, and a lot of people hate this song, and I don't know why. So, if you're thinking about this one, the reason I teach this one all of the time, ever since day one with Christmas music on ukulele, is that you have C chord, F chord, G chord, right? That's it. That's your day two chords that toss in a G7 toward the end, but three chord song, and so even if you got a brand new ukulele player on your hands, you can teach them that 4-beat pattern: C, 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 F, F, C, C, G, 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 G. Right? That gets them started. Then you play the melody, and then you switch with them, and you say, "All right, now I'm going to play the chords, and you're going to play the melody." What happens with most people when you're teaching them is if you'll teach them how to play melody, pretty soon they think that's easier than playing chords. Whereas if you teach somebody how to play chords forever, then they will probably never learn to play melody. And so it's fascinating. Most of my students are like, "Boy, playing chords is harder than I thought," and playing chords is harder than you think. Whereas playing melody is sort of fun and enjoyable, and that's where the song is. And that way, if you're playing melody, you can decide whether you want to sing or not. But typically, when you're playing melody, you don't need to sing. You let the ukulele do the singing for you. And then, of course, tough uke is that next level where once they've bought into playing melody, then you've got them, right. You own them, and then of course they want to play tough uke after that. I'm gonna play through all three times. First time, I'm going to sing it. Second time, I'm going to play melody. Third time, I'm going to play tough uke. Okay. And so those are all three of the ways we always play everything. Not always, but mostly we do it that way. First time, you're going to get to hear my lovely singing voice, which you know that you love. We could sing it as this way, right? Up on the housetop, reindeer falls, and pause. And that's perfectly lovely. You could do double up with your index finger. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. That's how most ukulele players play. Index finger up and down till you need them to stop. Right. Next way would be claw. 1, 2. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. I like doing that because that gives me then the opportunity to put in decorative notes. Right. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps dear old Santa Claus. Right, put in some decorative notes in there. I got cut on my. I need to put a little love into this fingernail. It got stuck. And then of course arpeggio picking. Usually on ukulele, if it's in 4, I'll do thumb, index, middle, index. So that gives you up on the housetop, reindeer paws. It just sounds pretty, right? It makes you sound super sophisticated, even though you're still just playing C, F, and G chords. Let's try it. Any way you want to strum it, then we'll play the melody, and then we'll do the tough uke to finish up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps dear old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Gotta let that pause for a minute and then go. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Go back to the top. 3, 3, oh, 3, oh, 2, oh, oh, 3, oh, oh, 3, oh, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, oh, 3, oh, 2, oh, oh, 3. Let's do it. Tough uke. On the third time through, did you remember to jump over to not play major 16 and play in 17? That's another musician skill that really is a smart idea, to go back to these not beginning level, these lower level complexity songs, so that you can make sure you really understand how repeats work. Because when you get up to the upper level stuff, repeats are a mess, and you're just like, ugh, I don't like repeats. Okay, then let's go grab We Wish You a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. All right, this one, the ukulele version of this, I love. We have used this in concert any number of times, and I just feel like we really kill it with this thing. It's really a good arrangement. And so what I want to do is, again, same thing. I like to play it through 3 times. We'll play the intro, which is a straight melody, and then we will play, switch to chords, and we'll sing the doggone thing down to measure 28. Then we'll come back, we'll play melody the second time through, and then we'll treat the first ending as a second ending also. So we'll play into 28, and then we'll go back around and we will do the tough uke to wrap it up. I think the biggest challenge with this piece is you have this same chord shape at measure 7, that D chord where we put a bar on 2 and a pinky on 5. That D chord shows up at measure 9 as an E chord, right? Same shape, just moved up. Okay, and then it shows up again down there at measure 18 as a G chord. Okay, and so it's actually a really, really convenient song to talk about all of those bar chords, and it's the same chord, just using that bar, sliding it up and down. That's why I don't let people use capos, because I want you. This is your capo, and this is what I want you to be able to do. And what you're really doing, as you probably we probably discussed about that shape there, it's just a C chord. Okay, but we put a bar on, move it up 2, it's now a D chord. Move it up 2 more, it's E. We often use it as an F chord, and then it comes up as a G chord often. And then I did an arrangement recently where I even went up to A. So that's an A chord, 99912. I don't remember what song that was in, but I put that on. I did that. All right, here we go. Let's see. Doing good with that one. Yay, 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 yay. That's exciting. Some songs are going to cooperate better than others, right? So that's exciting. Is when you have one that you're like, yep, I can do this, then you know, once you can do one, once you can play My Spaghetti Monster, you can play every single thing. Okay, might take you a little while, might not take you a little while to get up to speed, but once you understand what's going on in My Spaghetti Monster, all of the music that we play is open to you, which is exciting, right? Linda, we got to buy you a clock. Glad you're here, Linda. Okay, here we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas 3 times through. We'll do the intro as a melody, and then we'll switch to chords the first time, melody the second time, and tough uke the third time. 1, 2. wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's go to melody. 3, 5, 3, 2, oh, oh, measure 7, oh, 5, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, measure 9, 3, 7, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 5, 2, 3, measure 13, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, oh, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 10, 3, 3, 3, second page, oh, 5, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 2, oh, 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 5, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 3, 7, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, oh, 3, 3, oh, 5, 2, 3, and then tough uke. I put that lone C there on the out there in the middle of nowhere, right? Like, oh, bong. All right, that's how we finish it up. That's a pretty song, huh? All right, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Questions, comments, or concerns, or shall we move forward? If we go back to the top of the list, we get to Adeste Fidelis, one of the great songs of all time. Let's go listen to. Let's put a little Latin flavor into our ukulele playing. Not Latin the way we think of Latin, but Latin as Latin. Oh, Adeste Fidelis. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of the words. And it's going to be great. All right, let's see. Let's do this song the same way, right? Grab your chords, fine. Basically, what you're doing when you're playing with me is learning, several things. One, how are you doing playing duets, right? How's that going for you? Because playing duets is going to make you a much better player, much faster than playing by yourself. One of the things I know for sure is people who show up and play with me and play with other people they seem to end up getting to be pretty good players pretty fast. Whereas I often get people who are struggling a little bit, and they're like, "I think I'll go home and I'll just practice at home." No, you won't. You won't. You won't, because you're struggling. So keep showing up. Even it's much better to struggle together. You will get better faster than if you're struggling on your own, because what happens is you just sort of get stuck, right? And when you're playing with me, then the idea is, hey, I'm going to play chords, I'm going to play melody, I'm going to play tough uke, and you're testing your metal against all of that. So sometimes you're like, you know what, tough uke is not going to happen for me here. I'm going to switch back to chords, I'm going to switch back to melody, and see how I'm doing playing up against Gary's. When he's on tough uke, I'll be on melody. It'll be cool, and I encourage that. Right, we want to be playing in all these different textures and all these different ways, and it doesn't matter to me if I'm busy playing one way and you're like, you know what, I don't like doing that one on this song, or I don't want to do that right now. If I'm playing melody and you're in there, dum 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 dum, and we might sound really amazing, right? I can't hear you, but I'm pretty sure we do sound amazing. So don't ever feel like you have to do the same thing as me. You should, but you want to be able to play in all of the different ways, and you want to be able to play all the different ways different than the way whatever I'm doing is as well. Okay. Does that make any sense? Here we go from the top. Am I making any? I'm just talking, right? From the top, 3 times through, chords. Now let's do it the opposite way. Let's do melody all the way through, then chords, and then tough uke. From the top, melody all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 7. Measure 19. Chords. Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, O come ye to Bethlehem. 2, 3, 4, come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. How'd those chords go for you? Here we go. Tough uke. Turn it around, take a minute, shake it off. Tough uke. 1, 2, ready, go. Oh, come. one more time. To the top. Oh, brutal. 23. All right, nice, nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely tune. All right, so tomorrow, if one of you guys will remember, we'll start at Angels from the Realms of Glory and go through the rest of those. We'll probably be able to knock out all of the rest of the starred ones probably tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And of course, you are thinking about for your ukulele life, right? Where December 25th is only 9 days away now. So we have 9 days until you get this whole list handled, whatever list you're working on, where you have your half a dozen songs that you know how to really just knock out. That way, when you're Zooming with your family over Christmas Day, you'll say, "Hey guys, I've been taking some ukulele classes. I am going to play you a ukulele concert," and your family will go, okay. And then you'll play some of these tunes for them, right? Or not. At the very minimum, you should be getting ready to play them for your cat on December 25th, because on December 26th you have to throw them all away, and we put them aside, and we get oriented toward the new year. I have a plan for all of us in the new year. Level 1 and 2 songs. Yeah, these are good songs, guys. These are really, really good songs. So the fact that they're a little easier to play doesn't make them bad, right? It makes them good. And a lot of music that hangs around for 200, 300, 400 years is usually because it's relatively playable and makes a lot of sense from a music theory perspective, and it just sounds nice and communicates a nice message too. A lot of these have very deep, passionate religious messages. A little less Santa Claus, a little more Jesus. It's okay, right? And Vic, you bet. Thanks everyone for being here. How many did we get? 14 right now. That's pretty good. Henry wanted me to ask you if you remembered his catnip. We used to give Henry catnip. They started throwing up from the catnip all the time. So Henry doesn't get catnip anymore. Yeah, I think he reached his lifetime limit. He loves it. We used to keep it in this one cabinet, and every time Donna would go to open that cabinet, no matter what she was needing to do, he thought that was catnip time. So we turned him into a drug addict, and but then he started throwing up from it. We don't know if it was the catnip or just old age or what, but so we stopped giving it to him. Henry. All right, you guys, I'll see some of you in the next hour. I'll see the rest of you tomorrow, and hope you're playing well. Hope you feel good about your life as a ukulele player. And let's see. You bet, Jacqueline. Thanks for being here. What is that quote from Shakespeare? There are no small roles, only small actors. I love that. I love that idea. If you watch, I don't know how many of you have seen Schitt's Creek, the comedy, and the main character. There's it's all about this family, but the main character, Moira, the mom of is this crazy actress who's on her downward years, and they give her every role she takes in this show. Takes like the local community theater role, and she takes this other terrible role in this movie, and every time same exact attitude. No small roles, and she takes every one of them as seriously as if she was playing this a great important role. And I think there's a lesson there, right? No small roles, just small actors, and put your heart into each one, right? There you go. Well, they all matter. They all matter. Silent Night might be easy to play, but it's not like it doesn't. It's not like it's a bad song. You know, you notice we don't play too many modern music because most of those are bad songs. But yeah. Canadian, eh? Tennis. I know. I worry that people think that that's how Canadians are. They're like, well, that's not how we are at all. But they did film it really, 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 and got the whole thing. And I don't know if the whole thing, but most of it in Canada, which is exciting. Yeah, it is hysterical. That Moira character is brilliant. Because just about the time you're ready to hate Moira, she turns it around, turns it into something amazing. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to take off. I will see you guys in a little while, either tomorrow or in the next hour. Be good.